hottest tea from the Danish throne, and trust me, today's brew is absolutely scalding. So here is the bombshell that just dropped from Amalienborg Palace. Prince Vincent, the youngest son of King Frederik and Queen Mary, is being packed up and shipped off to boarding school. And not just any boarding school, mind you. We're talking about a facility 3 hours away from Copenhagen. 3 hours! Now, before you start thinking this is some heartwarming coming-of-age story, buckle up, because this decision has more layers than a royal wedding cake. But before we dive into this royal relocation drama, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss the juiciest updates from the Danish court. Trust me, you'll want to be first in line for what we're uncovering here. Now, let's talk about what's really happening here. The royal house just casually announced that young Vincent is heading to boarding school, and the Danish press is absolutely buzzing. But here's what makes this fascinating. This isn't your typical send the kids away for a proper education situation. This is strategic, calculated, and frankly, quite telling about how the modern Danish monarchy operates. You see, when royals make moves like this, they're not just thinking about mathematics and literature. They're thinking about image, independence, and preparing the next generation for a life under the most intense spotlight imaginable. Here's where it gets interesting. Vincent is not the heir, right? That honor belongs to his older sister, Crown Princess Isabella. So why all the fuss about his education? Well, this is where the royal playbook gets absolutely brilliant. By sending Vincent away, the palace is essentially giving him what his siblings never had, a chance to develop away from the constant Copenhagen media circus. It's like giving a plant room to grow before everyone starts judging whether it will bloom properly. Genius, really. But let us address the elephant in the room, shall we? 3 hours from Copenhagen. That is not exactly popping home for Sunday roast, is it? Some critics are already whispering that this feels less like an educational opportunity and more like a tactical retreat. Is the palace trying to shield Vincent from the drama that seems to follow the royal family lately? Because let's be honest, between King Frederik's ascension and Queen Mary's evolving role, the Danish court has been serving more drama than a Netflix series. Now here's the truly delicious part. This boarding school decision comes at a time when Queen Mary has been absolutely adamant about giving her children as normal an upbringing as possible. Remember when she insisted they all attend public school? Well, boarding school is quite the pivot from that philosophy, is it not? It makes you wonder what changed. Did the pressures finally become too much? Or is this actually Mary's master plan all along? Give them normalcy early, then prepare them for royal duty later. And speaking of preparation, let us talk about what boarding school actually means for a royal child. We are not talking about some rustic dormitory situation here. These institutions are where future leaders are molded, where connections are made that last lifetimes, and where young royals learn the most valuable lesson of all, how to survive without mom and dad's protection. Vincent is about to get a crash course in independence, and honestly, that might be the best gift the monarchy could give him. But here's what really fascinates me about this whole situation: the timing. The palace could have made this announcement quietly, slipped it into a press release about something else. Instead, they made it a proper announcement. That tells me they want us talking about this. They want the narrative to be about modern parenting, about giving royal children opportunities, about breaking with tradition. Clever, isn't it? So what does this mean for the future of the Danish monarchy? Well, if I had to guess, we're watching the palace test a new model, one where royal children get intensive preparation away from public scrutiny before stepping into their roles. And if it works for Vincent, do not be surprised if we see more young royals heading off to distant boarding schools in the coming years. Thanks for watching, royal enthusiasts. Keep your eyes